What up, Onside Kick Nation? We're Woodmer here along with Dave Oster. We're here to do a little chit-chat today about Stan Van Gundy and him getting fired from the Orlando Magic. I know that this happened, I want to say, a week ago?
A couple days, yeah.
But I wanted everything to simmer. I wanted my thoughts. I wanted to be able to think about this a little bit before I came out and gave you my opinions.
And mine.
And in this video, well, I can't give your opinion.
I'll give my own opinions.
But I kind of feel like this, no matter what anyone says, it was all Dwight Howard.
It was. They talked about during the year. I mean,
you can say him coming up after the playoff loss and him being 5 feet taller than Stan Van, putting his arm on his shoulder, saying that it wasn't a problem. Dwight Howard at the end of the year said, you know what? It's either him or me.
Yeah, he drew the line. It's just that simple. Dwight pretty much got him fired. And GM with him. He left with him. So Stan Van had a pretty good job there, though. I mean, the Magic, 5 seasons, 5 playoff runs.
You can say, I'm not going to say that he was a bad head coach.
5 seasons, 5 playoff runs.
There's just a thing for me that with Stan Van, there was a fine line that separated Hall of Fame caliber head coach and good head coach.
He's good.
And that was a ring. And there was a ring. He got to the finals, lost to who? Who did he lose to, Dave? Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
Because that was the year everyone's like, it's going to be Kobe versus LeBron. Kobe, LeBron. LeBron went up against Dwight.
Dwight got smacked down.
Got his ass spanked.
Yeah.
Dwight said, stay down, little boy.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to do it, but in my mind, okay.
Comparison time
Comparison time. Mike Brown? Stan Van. Okay, Stan Van's got a little coaching career behind him.
But to me, I think Mike Brown was in Cleveland. He was carried a little bit by LeBron.
Dwight Howard?
Okay, good comparison.
I'm just saying, they both do great regular season records.
I've been lawyered.
Yeah, it happens. Great regular season records. Playoff runs that end unhappily. I think it's...
The last 2 in the first round.
Yeah, he's a good coach, okay? But I'd have to put this up, like, the reason they couldn't win a championship with him there was definitely on the GM. There was just no room to make... Yeah. That giant contract to Turkoglu? Come on. Come on.
Come on, man.
And they're still paying people who aren't even on... bad contracts. Just bad contracts.
And, not even bad contracts. I think it's the philosophy of the Orlando Magic worked early on, but at the end it became a kind of a gimmick.
Yeah.
We're going to have a bunch of three-point shooters, and then when they miss, Dwight Howard will be there to tip it in.
Yeah, it really just didn't work at the end. But no, I just see this as they couldn't get the right personnel to work with Dwight Howard. They tried to make a team entirely focused on he'll get the rebounds, he'll do the paint work. And they just didn't get anybody to support him. Just got a bunch of little shooters on the outside.
I kind of go back to, I want to say, I can't remember who said this, earlier on in the season when I was watching ESPN one day. But I want to say it was Jalen Rose. If I'm not right, please correct me in the comments. I love being corrected. But what they were saying were, you can't build a team around a big man. Big men need to be fed the ball.
Yeah.
And that's what I think here. The biggest change for the Orlando Magic moving forward is go out and get a point guard to replace Jameer Nelson.
Exactly. I completely agree.
Get someone who can feed the ball to Dwight.
And
let him work in the
what
post.
CP3 has done to a decent big man.
Not even that. Early Kobe and Shaq. Kobe.
Kobe wouldn't pass the ball to Shaq.
Early Kobe.
Yeah.
Like that first year they won the title.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just the difference maker is having a point guard who's a pass first, and he's not going to look out for himself to take 3-pointers when they're not the right shot. They definitely, we're still waiting to see on the Darren Williams thing. We're still waiting to see if Dwight Howard will even still be on that team.
Well, see, I think that this year...
You think they're going to wipe fresh?
No, crucial. No? What they're going to do is they're already in the right step. Clear house.
Clear house.
New coach, new GM. And actually, the one thing I really like, just like I kind of like Magic Johnson buying the Los Angeles Dodgers. Did you hear who is in the running to want to be? He wants to be GM of the Magic.
Who?
Shaquille O'Neal.
No, he turned it down.
Did he?
Yeah.
I heard that he wanted to be it.
He had interest for about a day.
Okay.
Got bored.
See,
Didn't want it.
I thought that would have been a positive.
It would limit Shaq's an entertainer.
True.
Okay, he wouldn't want to be a pencil pusher wearing a suit all the time. He's having too much fun talking smack with Charles.
I just think that, and this is totally all. I just think that now that I know this,
yeah.
the Orlando Magic, they need to bring someone in who is going to bring the player development in. And I thought Shaq would have done that. Shaq would have been able to be like, this player looked good. He doesn't.
But you're running into that whole problem where look what Michael Jordan did to a team. He ruined it. So I'm just all for the clean house entirely. Bring in a new GM or thinking Ewing could fill in as
I
a
was
coach.
just going to say,
Yeah?
Ewing to me, because think about this.
He's been assistant coach there for a while.
He's worked with Dwight Howard.
He's a big man himself, so he's respected.
And not even that, he's a Hall of Fame big man. He's the one big man to where when you say big men need to be fed the ball, Ewing is that guy who sits on the borderline. Do we all remember when he was playing the Indiana Pacers in the playoffs? Got the ball on the outside, went in, should have dunked, but he threw a layup.
He didn't have the
He didn't have the elevation in his leg.
But no, Ewing would make a great coach. As far as the Magic as a team moving forward, I say it's clear Dwight doesn't want to be there. Feed him out. I'm sure Brooklyn will pay a huge price. I'm sure Brooklyn will pay a huge price.
Oh.
I really think he doesn't want to be there. What do you do? Let him just roll out after the end of the season and get nothing?
No, you trade him by the deadline if that happens.
Yeah, I'm not saying they're going to do it today. I'm just saying like they need to get rid of Dwight, bring in some youth, build this team up.
I say you bring in stuff to help Dwight, and then by the trade deadline, if he's still unhappy, then dish him.
They don't have tools to
draft
trade.
Picks, you're right.
They don't
you need a few crappy seasons to do that.
Yeah, the problem is they don't have the pieces around Dwight to trade away to get the pieces they need.
Mm-hmm.
Like they got a bunch of C plus people who are overpaid, and yeah, I think just clean sweep it. And it's sad. I mean, I feel bad for the city, but they had a bunch of playoff runs in a row, rebuild, come back stronger without Dwight.
And then last but not least, what happens with Stan Van? Do you think, now I'm going to throw this out there, does he try to go for the Bobcat job?
I think he might take a year off, I'll be honest. I think he could go for 1 year off, clear his mind, come back, maybe there will be some better opportunities out there. I see the Bobcat job can't be bad. They're the worst team they've ever been.
You can't get any worse.
You can't get any worse.
You're probably going to get Anthony Davis.
Yeah, good chance.
If not, you get Thomas Robinson at number 2.
Yeah. Honestly, it's not a bad job. You're looking at probably a 3-year rebuild project.
You already have a nice point guard in Kemba.
Yeah, you got some pieces there. You just need to give it about 3 years, I'd say, and we could see him making a playoff push.
And then
so, I think he'll take a year off.
One of the last things, kind of a little speculation I want to throw in there. I think that if this did happen, he would fit with this team. The Clippers haven't said anything yet, but in my mind, I think they should fire Vinny Del Negro. I think Stan Van could work with CP3 and Blake.
I think that would be a pretty good matchup.
Better fit than the Bobcats.
Yeah, and Vinny, I don't know. Maybe it's just because we're Chicago fans. We've seen Vinny, we see what he does, but he just can't get to the next level.
I said this in the second round previews for the Clippers and the Spurs. Vinny Del Negro to me, with the Bulls, it was 500 records, get the 8th spot, bounce in the first round.
He just can't get you to the next level you want to be at.
And, I mean, Stan Van, he's that one tier ahead of Vinny Del Negro. He can get you to the finals. He could probably win a finals if he didn't have to run into Kobe that year.
Sorry.
That's all we got to say. Tell us what you think about the Stan Van Gundy deal. Was it good that he's gone? Is Dwight Howard still going to stay? Where do you see Stan Van going? Does he go to a different team? Does he go sit right next to his brother on the sidelines for ESPN?
That'd be an interesting one.
But tell us what you think, and don't forget to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/TheOnsideKick.